Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am back with another towny house makeover, and we're not renovating this house. We're recreating a house that is for the Roomies household. Over the last couple of months, I have been going through and creating new homes for some of the townies in the game that either didn't have a house or have ones that I think are really bad. So today we are tackling the Roomies household. This was one that was highly requested by you all, and I thought it sounded like a fun idea. It's originally a mid-century modern inspired house, but I didn't like it. So I thought I would take the idea of the style and create something new and fresh for these 4 Sims. If you're not familiar with the Roomies household, they are a pre-made household in Oasis Springs that consists of 4 roommates that are actually inspired by the roommates in the show New Girl. They're not exactly the same, but they're definitely inspired by them, and that is why the female in this household is named Zoe, after Zooey Deschanel, who plays Jess in New Girl. So if you're not familiar with New Girl, no worries. There's just some parallels there, and I thought I would mention it because it's really fun. And speaking of which, I did have a couple of suggestions recently to build the apartment from New Girl, and I'd be open to doing that, so let me know if you'd like to see that. But anyway, the 4 Sims that are in this household are Zoe Patel, Mitchell Kalani, Jay Huntington III, and Gavin Richards. So I wanted to create a space that looks like it was an older home that was freshly renovated in the last couple of years. They moved on in. All of the fixtures are probably like newer, but maybe not like the most high end. They're probably cheaply made, but the furnishings they brought in are all their own. And for the most part, it's not like super fancy on the inside other than the built-in areas. So hopefully that comes across. I have like some older style furniture in the living room or like a rundown rug, and some things are a little mismatching, especially because, you know, Sims move in at different times. And I wanted each of their rooms to be representative of their specific personality and interests, not the household as a whole. So I'm excited to show you how this house came out. I really, really enjoy how it came out. I'm really proud of this one. And I did start this build over on Twitch. I streamed it last week over on twitch.tv/Gryphi if you'd like to follow us or follow me over there and join us in the future. It's so much fun to hang out and build with you all. I ended up having to finish this off camera though, or off stream, because my kitten was wreaking havoc during the stream of this. She was climbing my monitors. She knocked down the monitor, or not the monitor, the modem, my computer modem, knocked it down. Like, it was bad. It was a very chaotic stream. She like turned off the monitors, and I ended up having to end eventually and just go spend some time with her, which is totally fine. She's a 3-month-old, actually just about 4-month-old now kitten, and she just wanted some attention, and I decided to do that instead of finishing the stream. She was clearly not letting us, so that is why I finished this off stream, but regardless, I got it all recorded so I could post it here and share it here as well. But anyway, I decided it would be nice to have a pool out in the backyard as we are in the desert of Oasis Springs. I did also add a pond on this lot, which probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense for this environment, but I was trying to figure out how to fill up this lot because it's a huge lot, and I wanted to keep it on this lot because this is the original area that this household lives on. So you would just replace the house. You don't have to move them or anything. So that's what I decided to do. And I also ended up getting a slightly sunken living room. I didn't change the foundation or the platform levels that much in this house. There's just one step down, but I thought it looked nice. It was a nice nod to some older mid-century homes, especially like conversation pits and stuff like that. That's not what is in this house, but I thought it was like a nice nod to that idea. And I was actually really impressed that I was able to fit 4 bedrooms in this house. It took quite a bit of fiddling, and I wasn't sure we were going to be able to do it, but I was able to do it, and that means we only have 1 bathroom, but it's okay. I was able to fit in the bedroom, so that's all that matters, and you can make it work with 1 bathroom. It's probably going to be kind of chaotic with 4 roommates sharing the bathroom, especially if they have any guests stay over overnight. It's going to be a lot, but I thought that would be fun to play with in a Roomies household. And I've actually not really ever played with this household. I have watched New Girl though, so I'm kind of familiar with the dynamic. And then over here in the hallway, I decided to put a diagonal doorway, and I just think the hallway looks so nice, even though it's a one-tile hallway. I was really happy with it. And then over here in the kitchen, I'm just laying out where I think the counters are going to go. And I actually ended up having the fridge look sort of built in with some other cabinet pieces, which I think looks really nice. It kind of reminds me of some of the cabinet pieces that we're going to be getting with the new kitchen kit that is coming out soon. Home Chef Hustle. I keep forgetting what it's called, but I'm really excited about it. But I really like how this kitchen came out. I think having the fridge tucked in over there and the black appliances, it just looks like it's all brand new, freshly renovated. And that's what I wanted to have for the built-in fixtures. So you'll see that kind of carried throughout the apartment. I end up having some really nice flooring, and I put some clutter around this space to make it look like this space is really being lived in, even though, you know, the fixtures are nice and modern and new. So yeah, just changing the swatches in here and then trying to figure out what sort of tiles to put on the backsplash. I was really indecisive about this for a while, but I do figure it out. Also, this flooring from Base Game, over the last year or so, I think we got a couple of new swatches on that, and I love it so much. I feel like I always go for that floor now, because I think when the Base Game first came out, it only had a light swatch, but now it has so many other swatches, and it's just a really pretty floor. I also use this hexagon like wood tile in the kitchen. I always imagine it more as an actual tile, not a wood flooring, but that's the area it's under. I just think it's really nice and modern, and that came from the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack. So yeah, adding a box of like open cereal and cans and stuff like this. That is from the Outdoor Retreat game pack, and we don't really have anything else like that in the game, like an open box of stuff that's all messy. It makes sense. It came with like a camping pack, but I would still really like to see more stuff like that in the game, because I wanted to use that sort of item in one of the bedrooms, and so I just ended up using the exact same item. It doesn't even have any swatches, so that was a little weird, but I feel like it's so perfect. It's an item I really enjoy. But anyway, moving into the living room, I decided to combine two of these couches from the Industrial Loft kit. I liked how they were leather and had the throw blankets, and they just felt really cozy, but they didn't feel like super high end. I guess they kind of are, but I wanted it to be a mixture of a variety of items, since this is 4 Sims living together that are not related. I think them bringing in a variety of items makes sense. Maybe somebody bought the couches, somebody brought a beanbag chair. We have this bookcase over in the corner and some artwork as well. I wanted it to just kind of be a mixture of stuff. It kind of has a cohesive style, but that's mostly like the color scheme. And then over here, I put another bookcase that's a locker. And then we're going to have a table and chairs over here for our like dining space near the kitchen. I do change the chairs and like change this whole area a little bit a few different times, but we get there in the end, and I think it looks super cozy. I also decided to put these dividers in this half wall to kind of separate the entryway from that dining space, which I think worked nicely. And then I used this rug, which I originally tried to use in the living room, and I didn't like how it looked, but I thought it looked really nice over here. And then I was able to bring in this side table from Base Game in this green swatch, and I think that really helped to add some color to this space. And I added like a shelving unit that has a lot of drinks on it. I thought that would make sense for entertaining for these Sims. And then I got the matching chairs to that side table. And yeah, just by the front door, getting a place to hang up keys and throw the mail and a mirror. All your simple entryway things you would probably want, so that I put in pretty much every build. And I also ended up getting temperature controls and quite a few pairs of shoes by the entryway. I'm not sure if I do that now or later. I guess a little bit later. I'm getting a trash can and stuff now. But since there are so many Sims living here, I thought it would be cute to put a bunch of shoes by the door for all the Sims that are living here. And I also really wanted to put something in this corner. I got this corner shelf from Get Famous, which I thought looked really pretty. And then I have some postcards and like a little schedule and stuff for them to keep track of everything. And I think, yeah, now I'm grabbing the shoes, mostly sneakers and stuff, a couple of pairs of heels. And then we have this little garage space. It's not big enough to fit a car in, but we don't have cars in The Sims 4, so at least not functional ones. I know there's ones parked in the driveway, but they're just decorative. So I wanted to put a treadmill in here for The Sims, as well as just like some storage stuff. I also have the decoration box from Seasons if your Sims would like to decorate for any of the holidays. Washer and dryer with the hamper, little rug, some posters. I believe I put a mirror in here as well. When I was building this over on Twitch, my chat said that we needed to have a treadmill, and originally with it facing the mirror so that Jay Huntington III could look at himself in the mirror while he was working out. But I decided, the mirror was a fine idea, but I liked where the treadmill was, so I didn't turn it around. But I thought that was kind of funny. I also put a old bookshelf in here. We put a couple of pieces of clutter on it. I believe we get a gaming console and these old games on the bottom as well. Those are some board games that came with the basement clutter kit, or the basement treasures kit. I always want to call it the clutter kit, but this is going to be the one and only bathroom in the house. As you can see, the fixtures are all nice and new. I think it's a really nice bathroom. And then I just put a ton of clutter in here to make it look like it's being used by 4 Sims that have to share this space. So I use a lot of stuff from the bathroom clutter kit, which is really, really nice. The textures are not the greatest, especially on that drawer set that's open, but I think the items are really nice. And I also enjoyed putting these towels on the back of the door from Growing Together because it looks like there's 4 hooks and there are 4 roommates. So it just made sense to me. So that's what I did there. We also have a hairdryer, a shaver, toothpaste, toothbrushes, soap, like so many different things on this counter. But I think it looks realistic that way. I was really happy with how this bathroom came out. I feel like it has a lot of personality in it, and you can see how this space is used by everyone. And then all of the shower products in the shower that I was imagining were for Zoe. So I'm going to read you a little bit about Zoe now as we decorate her room. Zoe Patel is a pre-made sim. Like I said, she's part of this Roomies household, and she has 2 points in charisma and 1 point in mischief, and she's based on Jessica Day from New Girl, of course, and her traits are goofball, cheerful, clumsy, and gregarious, and her aspiration is to be a friend of the world, and she is currently unemployed. So I tried to bring in some really fun colors. I based a lot of the colors of their bedrooms off of the sort of colors they're wearing in the game, because these are base game sims, so they don't have all of favorite colors and all of that sort of thing. I just wanted to give a little bit of fun to their rooms based on the colors of some of their outfits. Also, it is said that there is a belief that Zoe Patel might be of Indian descent based on her last name. So I really wanted to include some items that were more in line with that idea. So I grabbed some things that are from city living that seem to be inspired by Indian culture. So I decided to include those in here. And I just think this room is so beautiful. I love the colors. I also ended up adding a voodoo doll in here since Zoe has the mischief skill. I thought that could be kind of fun. And generally, I just wanted this to be a very cheerful, fun room because she is a cheerful sim. And I thought bright colors like yellows would be perfect for that. So overall, really happy with how this room came out. I knew I wanted to decorate it first, and I put it right in the front of the house. I think it's a really pretty room, and I think it fits her quite well. You can let me know. And then we're moving on to the bedroom that stumped me for the longest time. I came back to this so many different times, but this is JJ's, or not JJ's, Jay Huntington III's room. And he is a tech guru who has 2 skill points in fitness and programming. He is active, bro, non-committal, high metabolism, and an aspiration to be a bodybuilder. And he currently works in quality assurance. So, this sim, none of the sims other than the direct name comparison for Zoe Patel are exact copies of the characters from New Girl. But the sim is most similar to Schmidt. So I was trying to keep that in mind, but also trying to bring in the colors of what I see Jay Huntington III wearing and also his interests. And I decided that he was probably a little bit more interested in decorating his room in line with the style of the home, where the style of the home is more mid-century modern. So we have items that are more similar to that style in this bedroom. And I also made sure to have lots of computer stuff for his career. We have lots of workout and sports related things, as he is a bodybuilder and he's quite active. He's a bro. He's non-committal. I think this whole room is kind of nice and will work quite well for when he brings over the various sims he wants to hang out with, as he is a non-committal sim. But I feel like he's probably a little bit of a ladies' man. That's kind of what I was thinking. I was just imagining Schmidt the entire time that I created it. And then moving on to this next room, this one is for Mitchell Kalani, who is most closely resembling to Nick from New Girl, but he's not an exact copy. But Mitchell here is a bro who is lazy, outgoing, gregarious, and a jokestar, and he works as an assistant dishwasher. So I really wanted this room to be a little bit messy. He's not a slob, but I thought like lazy, like you didn't bring your cups to the sink, you might leave some dishes around. And also because he's a joke star and, outgoing, gregarious, and likes mixology, which I forgot to mention. He has a 2 points in mixology and comedy. So I also added like a drink poster in here, as well as a globe bar so that he can work on some of his drinks and telling jokes. And then I ended up adding a dresser over here as well, just to have some extra storage. And I put some kind of random artwork, but I thought that this arrow was kind of fun. I liked the idea of more found items that are just tacked up on the wall in this room. That was kind of what I was thinking. And this is where I wanted to use that cereal box item again. So I ended up chucking that in here. And then I just got a couple more things on the dresser. And that should be pretty much it for Mitchell's room. I think his room came out pretty cute in the end. Obviously, it's really messy, so it's kind of weird to call it cute, but I liked it. And then lastly, the last sim we are creating a room for is Gavin Richards, who is, like I said, not an exact copy, but most similar probably to Winston. And so Gavin here is a sim who is a writer. He has a career as a blogger, and he has 3 skill points in writing. He's a bro, creative, neat, amuser, and wants to be a best-selling author. And like I mentioned, he is a blogger. So right now, I am just trying to make this room look very like neat and put together, have everything you need in perfect spots, lots of books, a place for writing, and yeah, I just really honed in on the idea of writing, reading, and having a clean space. And I brought in some of the colors based on the main outfit that he wears, which is brown and green. So that's why that's the color scheme of this room. I think it worked quite nice. We have a desk space over here dedicated to his writing. I also have that like writing or book framed on the wall. I believe you get that at level 5 of the writing. I don't know if it's one of the careers or if it's one of the skills, but he's not there yet, but I still thought it was a cute decoration. So I decided to put it in this space. And then we're just getting a mirror and a place to hang up the bathrobe he might have. And then I got a couple of bookcases in here and a framed article. I was thinking maybe something he wrote got published in a big news source, and he was really proud of that. So I liked the idea of that. But anyway, we are done with the rooms, done with the interior now, and we're heading to the backyard to finish up the landscaping. I just wanted to get some new tiling in the pool and some flowers and, well, more so shrubs and bushes out back, and some of these succulents as well, a couple more palm trees. I also decided to add a barbecue out here, and then we are moving the chairs to line up with that like fire pit so your Sims can actually roast things if they'd like. One thing I do want to mention is in the build, I forgot to put an outdoor trash can, but I have uploaded it to the gallery with the trash can, so no worries on that. I believe there's one inside already, but I had forgotten when I was recording to add one outside, but that was a really easy thing to fix. And then we're just out front adding some more succulents. I also ended up getting some rocks around the pond to make it look a little bit more realistic. So I'm just raising those shoving them into the ground using tool. And that should be it for this build. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so very much for watching. Enjoy the screenshots, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everyone.